Wedding venues are doing you dirty. But I see my job on this app to be the voice of reason, the person that teaches you everything you need to know before you get told things that aren't right. I'll set the scene and you can hit like when you hear the red flag. Thank you for wanting to book X venue. Now all you need to do is book your registrar to confirm the date and then we can get everything sorted. Yes, the registrar bit. I would like to be the one to explain to you the difference between a registrar and a celebrant. Currently, in the UK, the only person who can legally marry you at a wedding venue is a registrar. However, there are other options that you can have that people don't talk about, but I'm going to. And that is where a celebrant comes into play. So a celebrant is a person who conducts your wedding ceremony, but it is not yet legal. Now, because it's not legal, it means that you have a lot more flexibility with what can be said and done and how personal you have it and who is involved in the ceremony. A registrar is someone from the council who has to say certain things, do certain things and act a certain way. Now, a celebrant-led ceremony is undeniably more personal, more fun, more relaxed, more intimate. So the question is, why, George, does everybody have a registrar over a celebrant? By the way, I'm obsessed with the lip stains. Do it. The reason is because it's not legal. You are not legally married on that day. So basically the question is, how much do you care about your documents being signed on the same day that you say your vows? And if you do care, that is fine. No shade on you. However, before you immediately rule out a celebrant, you can look at the option of bringing in a registrar to do your legal part during the drinks reception, during the morning, afterwards. There are ways around it. Or, and I say this with experience because it is what I did, you legally get married on a different day. And not to be dramatic, but it's actually the best decision we made for our entire wedding. And the way I explained this to people is that when you give birth to a child, their birth date is the date they're born, the wedding. The day they're registered is just the day that the paperwork is all filled in. The last difference I want to tell you about on this video is that a celebrant is someone that you book, that you pick, that you choose to conduct your ceremony. A registrar is booked by the council and you get who you get. I appreciate it sounds like I don't like registrars. That is not the case. What I don't like is when people don't know all of their options and therefore go for registrars because they think that's the only choice. If you have any celebrant/registrar questions, pop them in the comments because this week I will be talking all about this and I will try and answer all of your questions. Anyway, I hope that helps. Make sure you follow along to get all of your wedding advice, tips and inspo.